Hello, Killyvilly, this is Hotel 10 Alpha. Plate check, over. We'll do Charlie 1, which is a normal report form. Just showing that you have a sighting of someone. We have no idea what use the gathering we do achieves, what it does. What it does achieve, we don't ever hear anything about. Well, the int picture that we gather, i.e. the Charlie 1s we do, the forms we fill out, which say this terrorist has passed our VCP. Right, we're moving on. Hello, Hotel 12 Charlie, this is Hotel 10 Alpha, over. We don't have comms at the moment.
You don't have the radio?
No, I've got the radio, but the radio isn't working. The batteries are low, which I can't understand since I recharged them last night and we've only just come out on patrol. It suggests to me that, well, somehow having charged my batteries, I've been picked up dud ones, presumably from the charging stand, which is where it said that they were charged. They must have actually been dud.
What does that mean?
That means that
Can you hear them now?
Yeah. Well, I can hear them, but they can't hear me. What's that?
What channel are you on?
I'm on the right channel. It's just,
Well, Hotel Zero's been trying to get hold of you.
I know. I can hear, but I can't transmit. It's the batteries.
Did you get a message about giving them a radio check at 11 o'clock?
Yeah, I did.
And the IOC coming up?
Yeah, and I also heard that you said... Well, I heard you say that you were going to come down to check my location once the VCP was over.
Yeah, I'll get hold of him now so you can see what he wants to tell you.
Have you got a spare battery?
Aye, sir.
Because I changed my batteries last night. But I don't know what's happened.
Well, is your battery gone?
Yeah.
Have you got that?
I had the and it's gone past that now. I think it's probably completely dead.
How many batteries gone, sir?
I've got 2, and then I had the one on which I had left from the previous patrol.
Hotel Zero, Hotel 12 Charlie, over.
And my spare one has proved to be a dud.
On the other end of Bruce's radio is his commander. He and the rest of Bruce's company are living in and guarding a local police station while it's being refortified. Bruce's job is to protect them by giving a warning of any terrorist movements out in the countryside. It's vital he remains in constant communication.
There were various times when I thought that you should have been able to get in touch with us,
well,
and you didn't.
The problem was I didn't take my SMT today. Sometimes the SMT overspans and you can't go and get local comms with your...
No, there's not a problem with the SMT. Basically, you've got to take an SMT, a multiple commander, and if you don't have comms, as you didn't today, it's your fault. So make sure you do bring the SMT.
Well, I will do,
Yeah, not very happy about that, okay. Have you got a PR?
Yes, I have.
Have you got the whip antenna on it?
Yes, I have.
Okay, all right.
See, the reason I didn't was in the past up in Kesh.
It doesn't, SMT doesn't overcompensate, okay? It doesn't work that way. Okay, but don't worry about it. Just make sure that you do bring an SMT again, all right? And the other ththing, did you go up to 124 on that patrol with the police on Friday?
On Friday? We have been up to 124.
Right,
we came in
there's a little bit of
124
confusion
today.
at the moment. Is it open or closed?
It's closed.
It is definitely closed?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fine.
The place you can get in...
Yeah, is 124 Alpha, which is just
by the clock
to the
church.
east.
That's been blocked as well.
If you talk to me like you talk to 72, you'd have had one, I tell you. left what's his name? Bowen all the way down the bottom. And then he gives Bowen a bollocking for being down there, and it's his fault for not calling him.
Are you allowed to correct him on things that are wrong?
Oh, I will do when I get in. It's not on, man. He's doing it all the time, he is.
As long as you say, sir, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
With all due respect, sir, you're a plank.
You'd have a smack in the chops.
What's he done that's actually wrong?
A lot of things.
But how else are officers to learn if they're not sent out into the field to learn with you lot?
You need to send them out and end up flipping.
No, you can. Yeah, that's fair enough. Like he's learning and all that, but he just won't listen to people. He wants to do his own thing all the time. Because he's an officer and he's got the rank, he's just saying, well, no, I'm the boss at the end of the day. You do as I say. Like, he's just not listening to people.
If you have got a problem, then you make sure that you tell me. Sometimes that you speak in a voice where I can't hear what you're saying, and sometimes I don't even know.
English, I don't Welsh, sir.
Well, I don't have a problem with anyone else in the multiple bone. It's just that you don't speak up enough.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. I've got a deep voice. My balls haven't dropped.
But you make bloody good friends in the army, don't you? I mean, you're really
Yeah.
good.
That's the one thing most people say when they leave, isn't it? The one
That's,
thing they're gonna
that's what
miss
you miss is your friends, like, you know. But I wouldn't miss the job, to be honest with you. To get away from it all was the reason I joined it.
And now the army's matured you and you're ready for civic.
Yes, I've seen the light.
No, it's pissing down out there.
But I wonder if you'll just go back to trouble when you get out there. What makes
No, no.
Yeah, I reckon you will. One argument with the missus and he'd be up to a bin causing trouble again. Innit?
I'll leave the cars alone this time.
What do your parents do, Bruce?
My father's a clergyman.
Is he pro your being in the military when he's in the church?
Yes, I think he's quite in favour of it. I think that there's there always has been a strong connection between the church and the army in this country, because they're both about careers of service, and an officer fulfills in some of the same roles as a clergyman in terms of looking after people.
90, what did your parents think about you joining the army?
I don't really know, to be honest. Because I was living with my grandparents at the time, see? So they knew I was joining up, but I wasn't around to hear their comments and what they were thinking about it.
Why were you living with your grandparents then?
I couldn't get on anywhere, really. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
So it was time to get out of it, that's why I joined up. Like, there's not much, there weren't much back home then. There's not much there now, but anything's better than doing this for another 4 years.
You've never wanted to follow in your dad's footsteps?
There's no mine, there's only one mine left, pit left in South Wales anyways. Used to be a good, secure job, working in the pits, but it's not so much anymore.
In the abstract, what would you like to do if you left the army?
One of the things which I would like to do would be to run my own company, particularly a manufacturing company. I'd love to be able to make something and produce something. What we need in the country is people who do make things and manufacture things. But whether I'd ever be in a position to do this is something which is a long way away.
A covert operation is about to take place along the border. Bruce and his men are required to be on standby.
We're going to be on immediate notice to move. We have my team here?
Yeah.
22, who else?
No, 22's not
09.
his team, yeah.
He's called Welsh's team, sir.
Right.
George and I are in bed. They're not actually in bed, but they have, you know, they got clothes on.
Can you fetch everyone?
Yeah.
We'll just go through what it is that we want. Oh, bodies everywhere.
Oh, he's fucking shit.
Fucking sleeping in the TV room.
What have you got to do?
Fucking sit up in the TV room. So if I need our beauty sleep, hey, just get your kit on. You know the score. You know who you get into when you signed on the dotted line. Get in there. Phil.
A surveillance team has arrived. They'll be spending all night hidden in the countryside. Bruce's men will have to be ready to respond in the event of any emergency. They will stay up all night, armed, dressed, and ready for action.
So that's 5 hours and 20 minutes left.
That's fine.
I'm sure she's going to come down now. Where's Mr. MacInnes? I saw him remote. It's a bad move, joining infantry, I'm sorry.
Is it?
Yes, very bad move.
Because it's a cack, innit? Another thing that's cack.
Does this place get you down, 90?
I don't worry about many things, to be honest. I just let it come and go, like... Unlike some people who would get all worked up and... What's the word for it?
I don't know. I wasn't educated.
Accept your lot, probably more than a lot of people that get more wound up.
It'll take a lot more to upset us, to upset someone in the army, like.
One of my mates started saying things about my mother, then I kicked the head in. Scotties do it as a sense of humour. We got a sick sense of humour. Very sick.
Why?
Separate yourself from reality.
Well, do you use depressed as you seem?
He's a manic depressed, he is. Every time he's around you, he depresses you.
Quite depressed at the moment. Because we're not doing nothing.
This is known as... What's it known as, buddy?
A sore neck.
No, what's this one known as?
That's known as a sore... Oh, me fucking arm!
Nothing to do with me.
Oh, no, she's drunk. It's an officer, sir. There's nothing about it. Welfare of his troops. This is one dealer beating up another. What have you done to deserve this? Fuck all, sir. Oh, that's enough, that way.
The old boys only unload the weapons up there.
The border operation continues, but Bruce and his men have been stood down.
50 longs load.
Instead, they're about to be given new orders by the company's second-in-command, Captain Rees.
Spence, what on earth is that?
Tell me about
You're a Welsh Guardsman, not an Indian.
Tell me about it, sir.
Just the start, sir. You wait till the finished product is done, sir. You'll want to buy two.
How are you, all right? Good. Right, please.
These are the two battery strip exchange. For some reason, they charged down.
Yeah, all right, I'll get someone skinner to sort it out.
Yep.
Quebec. Apparently, there are 2 mortars unexploded in the Rossley area.
Right.
Now, we don't know which type of mortars they are. They could be Mark 12, which indicates to you it could be in situ by the side of a road, okay? So if you're going to move along a road, route check, all right? The other type of mortar we could be talking about is Mark 15.
Yep.
Okay, and the other type is the Mark 10 or the Mark 6, okay? Very small ones which we used at Heathrow.
Yep.
The whole area is being searched up to about 1,500 metres, as you can see from that piece of paper, right? And that is specifically because 17,300 hours on the 29th, this farmer lost Daisy, his best milk-producing cow.
The bomb went off on Wednesday evening. When we were over in the next farm, doing some work over there with the sheep, and there was a massive explosion, right? And subsequently a cow died. So I went out and got the cows in because I was afraid there was going to be an attack or someone, and the cows all ran towards the house. And I come down to them then about half an hour after the explosion. Yeah. The cows were all huddled up with the wire, roaring mad, you know, because of the explosion. Yeah. And they ran to the house, and then the cow died in the house. Like, I've heard of all these things, you know, around the border, up around Armagh, and sheep jumping into rivers, cows jumping over wire, you know, helicopters. Never thought it happened to me. Like, I have one cow in the shed broke her neck because what do you call the big helicopter, the Zuki, no, Chinook, I can never think of that name. Chinook is right. Right, it scared the cows in the shed.
Terribly sorry, I think this is for me. Hotel 10 Alpha, was that for me, over?
Why buy a farm straddling the border if you need have all this trouble?
What's that again?
Why buy a farm straddling the border?
Didn't buy the farm, it's inherited farm. My father had it and my forefathers. So I just carry on the tradition of farming.
Right.
I can't move the boundary. I can't move the border, and I can't move my farm. So what do? When you stay with the situation.
Having a farm straddling a border brings home the question of land ownership particularly forcefully when you have someone where half his farm is on one side of the border and the other half is on the other side. Because for him it must seem particularly irrational that two completely different bodies of soldiers and police are guarding different halves of his farm. That's bordering on a political comment there, really. I don't know how far I'm supposed to make these.
Life is but a dream. Just look through them trees there and just think.
Dreaming of being somewhere else.
Just dream about being somewhere else.
I think you go for a lifeboat 20 times, isn't it? When you're sitting on a cut-off point.
You do. You just wish your life away, didn't you? You wish your life away in the army. You wish you were somewhere else.
Somewhere hot. When you're in there somewhere hot, you want to go
You wish it
somewhere
somewhere cooler.
When you're sitting on a cut off, you want to be in bed. When you're in bed, you want to be somewhere else.
When I'm in bed, I want to be in bed, and that's it.
Is that you, John Wayne?
Oh, marvellous. Everyone's here already.
This
you get soap, sir?
Yeah, I certainly did. Did you? Can we get a brew on to do those pot noodles, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start rubbing 2 sticks together. In de 365 wheat these. Honest dudes, tres guitars can see set wheat nerve. Everybody can do something special. Everybody.
What can you do?
Oh, I can do the alphabet. That's something that nobody else can do here. Abacadefragy, Philomenopathy, heuristic, WXYZ. And Roy can count to 10. Roy can count to 10 in German, can't you, Roy? 10 in German, Roy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to say it slow, Roy. Fast and fucked.
And in Japanese?
Come on then.
Ichni Sashiko Ruki Shakuju.
And in Arabic?
Can
you count any more?
No, sorry.
How do you know it at all?
So, man.
I lived over there for 4 years.
Can you speak some of it, like?
Only swear words.
Come on then, say swear word.
Nikamuk.
What does that mean?
Fuck off, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was true, but hammer zum zum is supposed to mean go fuck a lemon.
You went for it then.
Hammer zum zum, I don't know. Belfamuk, I don't know what that means.
What a big kid. Thank you very much. Do you want your pallet back up against the wall there? Huh? Do you want the pallet back up against
just throw it up there.
Sure.
Life is but a dream.
Thank you very much.
You are a marvellous man.
Is this called a search, Nancy?
Sorry?
This is called a search, is it?
Yep. They haven't been as boring as yesterday, I gotta be honest.
We've had less far to walk today. Possibility of an arrest, that was quite exciting. Corned beef sandwiches. The dog.
Yeah.
What are the highlights have we had?
The highlight of today has gotta be going back in through those gates. What do you reckon, Bo? What's been the most exciting thing you have done today? Bo, tilt your weapon down. That's better. No, the sun's shining right off it.
You must have joined the army to do this.
I joined the army to get away from home. Nah, for a change. And I gotta be honest, it was a big change. I didn't expect this though.
But it's probably different because you're peacekeeping here.
Are we keeping the peace now, sir? I don't know. I've had lots of people tell me to naff off and they're like, must be doing something wrong. I know what it is. We wear in this clothes. We should be in jeans and civvy top, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. With armour lights and balaclavas.
Yeah.
Have loads of people told you to naff off today?
Oh, not today, no.
Just generally?
Some people in general. They just see you in uniform like that, so they don't really know no different. Frightens the shit out of a lot of people, I know that.
Having us wandering around.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Well, but if 12 squaddies came tumbling through my back garden, I'd do more than throw stones at them, let me tell you.
But if they did it every day for 25 years, you probably would start.
Well, I suppose I'd get to throw bigger stones at them then. No, I couldn't put up with it.
No.
It's not nice watching telly or, you know, you may start to get down to something and you forget to close the curtains, like, and 12 squaddies go shoving their face at the window.
Or having your car boot searched 5 times every time you went to the local shop. Well, let's head on.
Right.
I sense a rebellious streak in you today, Ed. Just a bit.
Called being bored and wet.
Called what?
Yeah, I got a wet bum.
Did you get that, 90?
What's that, sir?
Good news or the bad news?
Hit me with the bad news first.
Right, well, the good news isn't very good, so I'll give you that now. The good news is we're going back in. Bad news is we're going straight back out. Cut-off time, 0200.
Zero 200. Somebody somewhere is smoking drugs. I'll have to get to the bottom of this one when I get back.